What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's review of the newest HBO Max original documentary, Class Action Park. This, of course, is directed by Seth Parges and Chris Charles Scott III. Now, before we begin, as always, if you like my channel, hit that subscribe button for Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. Hey, if you like this video, cool, hit that like button as well as commenting below on any videos you watch, including this one. So, when you watch a documentary like Class Action Park, especially if you know a lot of stuff about this particular subject, you go into it hopefully hoping for something new. And if you haven't watched a documentary or you have no idea what Action Park is, just a small tidbit. Action Park was a theme park resort that was created by Gene Mulvihill in the late 70s, and it was a no frills, no holds bar type of a water park that kids could go have fun, but they had the inherent risk of danger of hurting themselves to the possibility of death. I mean, the things they talk about in this documentary that if you don't know about will scare the hell out of you, thinking what was wrong with people in the 80s. And it was just a much freer time where kids could do a lot more things and get away with it and not have to worry about all the insanity that goes on in this today's day and age. But this documentary basically runs through the history of the theme park itself, and it tells you a little bit about what happened, why Gene Mulvihill was not a very good person, why he was able to kind of ham-fist and hamstrong the people that would sue him, and just how corrupt and stuff like that with the people he was in high places. And it's a documentary that is both disturbing but can be nostalgic for people who went to Action Park. And I know people who've gone to this park because of how world renowned it was. I mean, it was hugely popular for the subset of teenage kids who actually helped run the park, which makes it even more dangerous because if they're not carrying because they're so worried about getting laid or getting drunk or, partying and having sex and stuff like that, they're not going to worry about throwing 5 kids down the inner tube system or the river rapids and worry about their safety. It's just not how kids operate unless you're a really smart, kind of responsible kid, which most of us know we weren't as kids. It's just not the way we work in our mindset and so on and so forth. And with that said, having parks like Cedar Point and Kings Island and at the time Geauga Lake, SeaWorld, and of course Disney World, it actually makes you happy that those parks have safety rules and they follow those safety rules because it makes it for a much more exciting experience. Yes, you're going to get yelled at by somebody if you do something wrong. Yes, those parks are going to have injuries. Disney World's had many deaths and injuries and stuff like that. It's just the way it works. But when you have a park that has so many injuries and so many, people go in the hospital, you have a guy, the creator, who is not reporting these incidences and is finding ways for loopholes for not having to pay out, fines and fees. It's a really scary documentary. It really is. It's a documentary that remembers a great theme park, but also remembers the uncomfortable underbelly of that theme park itself. And I don't know. I don't think I would have ever liked this theme park growing up as a kid. I think I'm still in the mindset of I want to have some rules. I want to be able to go and be safe and not have to worry about dying. And when you see a documentary like this and it goes into people who have died, there's a true problem at your hands. So it's a very uncomfortable documentary to watch, but it's a kind of a awe-inspiring thing to watch as well. The only problem I have with the documentary is I know a lot about this park. I know I've read a lot about it. I have firsthand accounts of people who went to the park and got injured on it. So it doesn't leave anything new on the table for me to learn anything exciting. It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the documentary because it's well directed, well paced. It gives us some interesting feedback from the people who work there, as well as some comedians who actually went there as kids. But I didn't really learn anything new. I didn't feel like the documentary gave me anything new. It just gave me almost like if I had gone to Action Park, a nostalgic trip, which people who have gone to Action Park and stuff like that will watch this and go, oh, I remember that. I remember jumping off the rock. I remember the loop slide. I remember the crazy river rapids and the tidal pool and stuff like that. But they're not going to get anything new out of it. They know all this. They know about Gene. They know about the kids who died. They know about the kids who got injured because they were one of those kids. So overall, the documentary is disappointing in that nature, but it's still an interesting documentary to learn about kind of this park in general. Especially if you don't know anything about Action Park, you're going to get something interesting out of this, and you might be a little scared for the fact of how kids operated in the 80s and how theme parks operate in the 80s with the regulatory safety procedures and stuff like that. But with that said, the idea of corporate America, the idea of people like Gene Mulvihill being able to create something like this and get away with what he did is scary in its own right. It's scary in its own nature, because when you have people that have this big of personality, this big of get balls and stuff like that, they have this big set of balls that they are willing to do whatever it takes to keep their park running and to do whatever it takes to basically go beyond the law. It's crazy. It really is. So, but with that said, that's pretty much all I have to say on it, because like I said, there's not really much to talk about outside of stuff you probably already knew about Action Park. It does give you footage of what Action Park was like in the prime of its time. But yeah, that's it. That's my take on Class Action Park. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this documentary if you watch it. Let me know if you actually went to Action Park. What was Action Park like for you? Did you get injured like most people? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my Movie Emporium channel. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. Hey, if you like this video, cool. Hit that like button. If you dislike it, it is what it is. But otherwise, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.